Hello there, I'm Silent Apollo, and welcome to my Let's Play of Factorio Space Age with all the achievements, but without the brains. This is episode 7, and in this one I build the space science platform blueprint. If you like this video, leave a like. If you want more, subscribe, and if not, you can tell me why in the comments if you like. Alright, space science. My plan is to make a space science platform blueprint, because my space blueprints are empty, and that's the first one we need to make for the space platform, well, for the space age. So start with that. What do we actually need for space science? Well, to make space science you need ice, iron plates and carbon, all of which can be crafted from the various ingredients that are picked up by these asteroid collectors. So let's go build a few of those. I'm going to use the usual metric, which is basically a sushi belt around the outside. Let's start with that pretty much halfway across both. And the first thing that we get is flashing lights, so I'm going to deal with those quickly by grabbing solar panels and sticking them here. Do we want any cargo racks? I don't think we need cargo racks for this blueprint. Do these reach? They do. Nice. 1, 2, this way, straight over. Cool. Let's put that there. And let's just build this out. So that I can edit this. And then once we've got that, I will trim it down once we've got it basically sorted. Now I want to output things like this, so that's nice. I think we're going to use combinator logic, so that requires a decider combinator here, and we just read belt, and I think I'll get a constant combinator as well, and that was on the output, wasn't it? I want that on the input. We do read hold all belts. Now we get everything that's on the belts here. And in this one I'm going to say what we want, and what we want is select chunks, those and those in various quantities. So I'm going to say 30 of each for now, and we can always change that later. Okay, in fact I'm going to take that and flip it. No. I want that over there, and then I want to flip it like so. And then this is going to be connected to that. Like those three are on the input side, right? Actually, no, this one needs to be on the green wire. Green wire here. So you've got this on the green, this on the red. So we say for each item coming in on the red circuit, if it's less than each item coming in on the green circuit, output that item, outputs each item. Just as a 1, that's fine. So if red is less than green, output those signals. And then hook that up to the red network, so this one, and then we say set filters. And you see those 3 signals that are in there go in as the filter signals for the grabbers. What are they called? Collectors. And then we do the same thing here and here. You know, I could actually mirror these, but just do this the hard way, and that isn't close enough. Okay. Goes there. Goes there. And we do the same thing. We hook that to that. That to that. Grab that. Paste to paste. Okay. So that's our resources coming in. And this number, we can change this number, and it'll change how many get put on the belt whenever we need to. So that's useful. And then we actually need to get these crushers, crush them down. So we need iron plates, which means we need to convert these down into iron ore, which we can do like so. So we pick it up from there, and ooh, that's annoying. I'm gonna do it like this. So this one's gonna filter out these because this has a chance to make these. Specifically, it has a 20% chance to make those, so it's quite a few. Right, and that makes a lot of iron ore, far too much for us to actually deal with, so that goes on a belt. And that also needs to be filtered out because we don't want to put the ore chunks on there, just the ore itself. Alright, I've got to leave a space, and then we get smelter. Smelter. Where are you? There you are. 1, 2, 3. I don't think that's enough, so I might change this up a little. I think we go down instead. Yep, I tried to press the right buttons, but I'm in a hurry, so it's not doing it. There we go. So these go down, like so, and we can just keep this going as long as we need to. And those pick up the ores. I should really be putting those materials in here so that it automatically fills those up, but I think it'll be alright. And what I'm actually going to do is put the iron plates back onto that belt, just to save a little bit of belt space. No, not dump it into space, put it on the belt. Thank you. Can't catch that anymore. Oh well. Iron plates achieved. What's next? Space science requires ice and carbon. Carbon comes from, yeah, okay. Well, basically we do the same thing for the ice and the carbon. I think I'm going to do it like this. So this one's going to be carbon processing, this one's going to be ice. And that one gets us ice and chunks, and that one gets us carbon and chunks. Nice. I think we need to move these over one. Or rotate like this. Yeah, let's try that. So this goes up, this comes down, that filters out. No. Carbon? You'd be here, right? Yeah, carbon. And that one filters out ice. And then put this one here. No. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but we'd have to do it this way around. It's okay. And then this one filters out, not that, but that. And this one filters out these. They go back on the main belt, like so, and then we grab from there, and then this goes this way and back down. Here. Of course that's not going to work unless we have everything coming around properly. This is probably way overkill for the amount of science that we need, but more the merrier, right? No idea where that's going to end up, but for now time being we're going this way. And then we should see carbon and ice coming down here. And we've got iron plates there, so the only thing we're missing now is the assembling machines, am I right? Yes, make it in an assembling machine using those 3 ingredients. So maybe I should actually put the iron plates coming off on this side. And make it slightly wider. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we can make it wider. Let's take all of this and move it up just more. Just move it up more. Why can't I? Because I need to put this in here. Oh. Not entirely sure what was going on with that, but anyway, that needs to go here. And these, I know most of those were fine. Just the outside ones need to come off. Rip that up, place it back down just to make sure that we don't end up weird resource issues. It's just a good habit to get into, cleaning up your belts. And then this comes down here. And then we move all of this back in line here. And this can move up, I guess, to there, which makes that look, gives us a bit more space to play with. Yeah, I don't know, I'll have to clean that up in a minute, because that's a lot of space platforms that are unnecessary. Okay, that's outputting there, and that's outputting there. This isn't done, which is why those aren't running. Okay. And that's everything we need to feed the assemblers. Obviously we don't have anywhere near enough power on this thing. I could cheat for now, power it up, but actually I want to get the ratios right. Do I want tier 2 speed modules on these? Can't hurt. Can't hurt, can it? So we put those in there. How much power do these consume? Almost 600 kilowatts, which is significantly more than those. So actually having the efficiency modules on those is going to be far better for us. That'll help save a bit of power. Nice. Okay. Next up, we need the assembling machines to actually make the space science. So this isn't going to take particularly long. 1, 2, 1, 2. Space science. And we need the long-handed inserters for the iron plates. Now the real question is, how many do we get per second? 5 science packs every 15 seconds, is that right? 5 packs every 15 seconds, so to get 1 per second, we would need 3 machines, is that right? 3 times 5. 5 every 15 seconds. No, to get 1 per second we would need. So it's 5 every 15 seconds. We divide that by 5, we get 1 every 3 seconds. So we need 3 machines for 1 per second. Yeah. So having 4 is a little overkill, but still fine. I'm wondering now if these iron plates should be... Now this takes 0.1 iron plates, so yeah, this is way more iron plates than these assemblers need. Okay. 0.1 times 4 is 0.4. And one of these makes 0.6, so we actually only need one as... we actually need only one of those? Okay. In that case, let's put that in there. Obviously, if we ever need to upscale space science, then we'll have to do that. but for the time being, we don't need to worry. So that feeds 4 of those, and this feeds... Do I have a better idea for this layout? I might do. Hang on. Let's move these up. That way we don't need to bring red inserters up. We could just use blue ones. Oh no, we'll still need red ones. Okay, let's leave that as is. However, I think what I'm going to do is this. Oops. One out and down. So grab that, grab that, grab that, grab that, and then we flip this so that we can feed these in like so. So how many is this? 1 per second, right? Yeah, 4 of these machines makes 1 per second. Isn't that nice? And that's more iron plates than we'll ever need. And this makes way more ice than we'll ever need, and this makes way more carbon than we'll ever need, so we're good. Let's keep that going on a cycle. And we can remove this excess stuff here. Put that up a few slots like so. Well, I think at this point all we need to do... Actually, we could save on so much space if I just... Save on so much platform if I made this a bit cleaner. Although we need more power, so maybe it's better if I just do this. And then stick in a couple of accumulators here. And put those in here and stick a couple of accumulators or just around the place. I mean, it looks a bit ugly, but I'm not going for looks here. I'm going for space efficiency, so I think that's the best bet. We don't need any more than this. Is that actually charging? Yeah, and if I... Yeah, but if I take out the efficiency modules, we won't be charging. But there's only 2, 4, 6... It's only 8 efficiency module 2s. But we are actually charging. Stopped at novice. Kind of? Kind of. It's probably safer to have a few more solar panels just to be on the safe side. So I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 solar panels on. And I can move this. It's not going to be symmetrical. And that might trigger a few people, but I'm happy with efficiency over ergonomics right now. What do you... No path? Does that mean I've got too much? Probably. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't need any of the... Excuse me, any of that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Just clean this all up. Make a skeleton ship. Because we don't need more than we actually need. Now that's interesting. We can have that here. And that would be plenty. Does this red... doesn't actually reach. I guess I just... Yeah, that'll work. I mean, this isn't actually doing anything. It's just there to continue the wire, connect the wires up. So if I shift right click, left click, left click. The only things we're picking up now is ice chunks. I have a feeling we might want to back up a bit more stuff than that on the belt, but it's okay. For the time being, that's all we need, and that needs to connect up with that, which is directly opposite of that. Nice. Let's hook this up in here. Can't hook that up, so we want to make that in line with that. Just get a little bit of symmetry, even if we don't care that much. And that goes like so, so, paste. And we need inserters. pulling off there, there, and there. And that's it. That's space science. Nice and simple. Nice and compact. Don't know why I don't know if we need these accumulators, to be honest. But I'm gonna keep them just to keep them around. And obviously, if we need more space science than we're getting from this, we just expand this down and maybe add another iron smelter. And it's a bit of rearranging that needs doing, but yeah, I'm actually quite happy with that. So I'm gonna, oh yeah, Alt B, save that as in space. Nope, this one. Space science. Simple enough. Probably one of the easiest sciences, apart from obviously green science. Sorry, red and green science to do. Straightforward enough. But it's there to teach you how to build space platforms, I guess, so that makes sense. And yeah, I've got some practice now creating the circuit network logic to get these filters up and running. So let's see. I don't actually know how much belt this blueprint consumes. So it says here 118. If we take away maybe a third of that, we are left with about 90 belts. So I'm guessing this ring road is about, was it 100? Yeah, it's probably 80. Let's go with 80. Pull this ring road about 80 belts, and then times that by 4. 860, it's 320, and we want to divide that by 3, so it's about 100. So we can up this to 100 each of the different asteroid types. And we should never run out. And yeah, you can see the filters on these have gone back up to all 3 versions, whereas before it was just the ice ones that were still missing. So we're good. That's my blueprint. So yeah, let's resave that before I forget. Done. Right. The other space blueprint that I want to get down. I mean, there are two more technically that I want to do. It's the first spaceship that takes us to Vulcanus is going to need to be, well, I think it's going to be the same one that takes us around the base planets. So if I look at the solar system map, the space map, we can have one ship that handles all 4 of these planets, because none of them take medium, none of them need to deal with medium asteroids. Or is it the large asteroids? Hang on, I can never remember. Yeah, the medium and small asteroids can be handled with gun turrets. However, the big asteroids need rockets to handle to destroy them. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, these 4 planets we can do all on one spaceship. So if I go to this one, I'm considering actually expanding this down to here and adding one more assembler, because we can. So yeah, I'm going to do that quickly. Goes here. Might be a little overkill, but like I said, prefer to over-egg it a bit than to under-egg it and not have enough when we need it most. So yeah, and then we bring this through here. We can fit that in here. We even fit one more accumulator Where are you? I can never remember where they store them. There we go. There we are. And then it turns out I need to put in... Oh, I'm in remote view. I need to put in space platforms in here. Just for the time being. This goes like so. Finish that up. That there. Put that there. There. And we can stick another accumulator here. Place that. So that red wire doesn't hook up anymore, so again, corner, hook up, corner, hook up, copy, paste. Okay. We've definitely got enough iron plates being made, right? 0.6, and this is 0.1. 5. Yeah, so we're taking up 0.5, we're producing 0.6, and of the other things we're producing way too much because the carbon only takes 0.1, right? No. 1, 2, 2.5, 0.25, and we're producing 5.5, so yeah, way too much of both of those. Nice. In terms of production capability, obviously we've got to be able to collect as much as well, so yeah, in any case, this is probably way more than we will ever need, especially in the early game. Don't actually know how many rockets worth of materials this platform is gonna take, but I'm hoping that it won't be too drastic. Thank you for sticking with me through that mess. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the flip side.